Hi there, it's Tom with A2 Agile, back with you again. And by the way, if you ever call A2 Agile and ask for Tom, you will find that I'm not the only one there. Today we're going to talk about music, and I don't know what kind of music the other Tom likes, but I listen to all kinds of music. And whether you are a manager who is in meetings a lot, or an individual contributor who does a lot of head down work, we all have those moments where we want to just put the headphones on and get some work done. Now, I know some people don't like to listen to music while they're working. It's just a distraction. Other people like to have some music in the background. And I particularly like having music because for me it sets the mood, and I can use that mood to help with the kind of work that I'm doing. And I thought today I would share some of my favorite artists for different moods that I'm in, or different modes of work, if you will. So let's say I'm in a creative mode. Well, one of my favorite bands, one of the most creative bands I've come across in a long time, is a group called Thank You Scientists. And this band is not for everyone, but I just love them. Let's give a listen. Love a metal band with a horn section.
Leave without a trace. I don't know when I'll be back again. Time to go. I'm not playing. The fiction is alive. It's built to outlast everything. Time to go. Whoa. No carving my name in your cherry tray. So go on, get your good time in. Darling,
The fact is, I love this music so much that it takes me a few minutes to stop focusing on it and get back to work because it's just so interesting. But it sparks my creative juices because, as you already have observed in the short segment that I played, these guys can play for like 10 minutes and never repeat a part. It just blows my mind. But you know, there's only so much that music can do for you in the background. I mean, like, again, when you're being creative and trying to come up with things, I think it stimulates me to do that. But sometimes maybe I'm writing or I'm doing something where I just need to get in the flow of things. And when I'm in flow mode, one of my favorite groups, or it's really, I think, just an individual who works with different musicians, is a guy called Bonobo. And my favorite album of theirs is one called Dial M for Monkey. And here's a tune from that album. I mean, it's kind of electronic music, but they're using what sounds just like an upright bass in there. That kind of groove just really, it just makes it easy to just focus. It's just great focus music. Now, sometimes I may be working on something where I have like an activity or something that I'm trying to build, and I want to get into a fun headspace where I'm just thinking about how can I entertain, how can I bring joy to whatever it is I'm working on. And when I'm in fun mode, there's a few bands I like, but these guys are a group that I guess they're classified as Celtic punk. Probably a more famous group in that category is called the Dropkick Murphys. These guys are called Flogging Molly, and I'll give you a little taste here so you get an idea of just how much fun these guys can be. And as you might have gathered, that is called Requiem for a Dying Song. Good fun, good solid fun. And the last one I wanted to share with you today, and there was so many things that to choose from here, and I'm not sure what prompted me to pick this, but it's an older group in the early days of what has become kind of modern electronic music, if there is such a thing. These guys were just tearing it up back in the 80s, but they still seem fresh to me today, and I just love their energy. This is a group called The Prodigy. You can feel the energy coming, can't you? There's energy. And you know, there's newer examples of music akin to this. You have even more energy, and some of the drops that you get now are just boom. But I like these guys because they energize me without like distracting me too much. And I also, there's some other heavy metal type stuff that I think would put in this energy category as well. But what's important here, and the point I'm trying to make is that we often just, put on music we like, and that's cool, but we should be thoughtful and mindful about the music that we select, because it does, I believe, have an influence on the spirit, the mood of the moment. And when we're working by ourselves, that mood can have a big impact on the output of our work. So next time you put on the headphones, think about the mood you're creating, and make sure that it's aligned with the purposes of the work that you're doing. And I think you'll find that some magic can actually happen if you get the right music in there. I hope you found this entertaining, interesting, good enough for you to click the subscribe button down below and come back and hear some more later. And until then, talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.